Listen, we're delighted to have with us today the new re-elected commissioner from the 9th District, Commissioner Francine. Scott, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for being here. I always like to come by home and see what's going on.
You got that right. This is home for you.
Absolutely.
How does it feel to be re-elected?
It's over. The election is over. You know, I don't know, people say they campaigning and they running for this election and that election. I don't understand how there's so many repeat people who want to go and campaign. Campaigning is hard. And I guess if you're not a person that toots your own horn, it's difficult to do. You know what you do, you know how you do it, but then when you have somebody that you got to persuade that you're that person, it's kind of difficult.
Well, to me, I pretty much had the same opinion. I think it's embarrassing for me to go tell somebody how great I am to represent them. If you don't know me, then it's hard for me to sell myself like that, because I think I watch you. You don't have that kind of personality. Right. But now that you're in, what do you see as maybe some of the challenges we have when it comes to growth in Augusta?
Well, I think we are growing, and specifically I'll talk about Super District 9, which consists of District 1, 2, 4, and 5. Okay. And the first thing I would say, it's difficult to get people to move because we don't have affordable housing in most of my districts. Okay.
What are those districts again?
Districts 1, 2, 4, and 5.
Okay.
So from East Augusta to Sand Hills, from the riverfront to South Augusta.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
So housing is an issue.
Affordable housing is an issue. We don't have a stock of housing for people to be ready to move into. We have the growth in terms of jobs because we're getting jobs all the time. If you look at our industrial park, there is several different industries that's coming out there and needing employees.
Oh, for sure.
But we don't have the infrastructure of housing, housing stock for them to come and live here. And if they're going to live here, I want them, if they work here, I would like them to stay in our district in Augusta and specifically
so the
District
need for
9.
affordable housing, or what some people are calling workforce housing.
Yes.
Folk got the job, but they can't find nowhere to live near the jobs.
Near the job, or if they, and sometimes they can have a job, but it may not pay enough. Okay. But if they just had a livable wage to make sure they have some place to live, affordable, then it will work out for them. Like you could look at, we just raised the minimum wage for our city employees. We have first-time teachers. We need to find places and have them places ready to move into once they sign the contract.
So you mentioned the housing and that issue. So when it comes to that sounds like an infrastructure problem, or infrastructure challenge. So how do you address that? So what's the positive side of that?
The positive side of it, we are getting money from federal government. Senator Warnock and Ossoff has been really, really good in terms of helping us fix some problems that we had. A lot of times in Augusta, in the communities, they have infrastructure money, but they get to the very end and they don't have enough money to continue the project. And I think that's why we see so much flooding. Thank God we was able to get money for East Augusta. We still got more work to do, but we are coming up to making sure that they don't have to swim out of East Augusta or run out every time it rains. So we're very pleased in what we're doing there, and we're going to just continue to have the partnership with our local state delegation, our federal delegation, and the city working together to make sure we look at infrastructure. And when we look at infrastructure, we have to look at infrastructure for roads and bridges and human infrastructure for housing. We need to tear down old houses that's just an eyesore, and we need to have a plan to rapid build.
There you go. Yeah, but it sounds good. It sounds like we know that some of the issues, we're addressing some of them. You serve on what committee?
Right now, I am on the Administrative Service Committee. That means any information, housing, personnel, some of the infrastructure legislation all comes under my chairmanship.
Well, that's good. Well, listen, we thank you for joining us. When someone want to get in touch with their commissioner, what's the best way to do that?
The best way is to email. Okay. I know people want to call, but the best way is to email. You can go to the website and find our address, and we will respond.
And that website is at Augusta?
AugustaGeorgia.gov.
Okay. If you need Commissioner Francine Scott or your commissioner, hey, get on the email and send them, let them know how much you appreciate what they're doing or any issues that you may have that you want them to address. But we thank you for coming by. You can't let this be your last time.
Absolutely.
Just keep us updated so we'll know what's going on.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
We appreciate it.